Today I'm fixing the single biggest problem that I have with my mini bike, which is flipping backwards when I give it the bean. Now, I told my employer, hey, you want to see me eat shit on my mini bike? After seeing that, they offered me some brackets that they were going to throw in the trash, and these just happen to be the perfect thickness and size to extend the wheelbase on this mini bike. And that's going to change the center of gravity, so it's going to be a lot harder for this thing to do a wheelie. As usual, first, I need to disassemble this bike. I have already removed the brake caliper, the rear wheel, and the chain. And I'm being sure to put these spacers back in exactly how I took them out, so I don't forget which one goes on which side. As it turns out, a 7/16 is not the proper size drill bit for the axle bolt, but I'm not going to go buy a whole nother drill bit just to get this thing to fit. I took the ghetto solution route, and I just put the drill in and kind of rotated it this way. I flipped it over and did the same thing, and as you can see, my axle fits perfectly through there now. And don't worry about the slop that you saw where I was moving the bolt like this. The stock axle location does the exact same thing. They fit exactly the same. Now, I had originally thought that the brake caliper was going to be the most complicated part of this, but it's actually quite simple. Let me show you. You see, the brake caliper mounts right here. My concern is, once I have extended this roughly 7 to 8 inches, how am I going to make a caliper fit on here? Because this distance to here and this distance to here are going to be the same no matter where you position them around the wheel. So all I got to do is slap my bracket on here, bolt them together, and then maybe splash some spray paint in there or something. This is the final bracket design. I had to cut it a bit to fit the caliper in here. A straight design did not work because the caliper hits the metal, so I did have to dimple it a little bit in the middle, but now it fits like a glove. Now with the brackets bolted to the wheel and tightened down, they should spin at about the same rate. So see how both brackets come up like that? I'm going to tack weld them here where I think they need to be. Then I will adjust, put the chain on, make sure it's straight. Oh yeah, that'll do it. And after that, we will fully weld this thing together. We got a little bitty snag with a chain. When you normally join a chain together, it's supposed to be two of the skinny portions together. That's not the case here. In order to make the chain tight, I have a skinny section next to a long section. And the remedy for that is quite simple, actually. They make what is called an offset link or a half link. Instead of being like the usual master length, that's just the wide section of the chain, it's half the wide section that goes down to the skinny section. I just did the last water leak test on this gas tank, and it's gonna work just fine, no leaks. So now the only thing that's left to do is to go take this thing for a ride. My fuel tank mounting spot is totally broken. I guess because the difference between the frame being still and the engine vibrating. You can see the tire marks here, and it goes all the way down to where I stopped. And I didn't flip over, and I give it the beans. So we're good to go. I just need to fix that gas tank and probably make it either just frame mount or just engine mount. Now if you'll excuse me, I need to get this thing back in the garage. Well, that's about all there is to it. I also have another project, hopefully in the works soonish. It's a red wagon I'm gonna make into a go-kart. So hopefully I can work on that soon, but until then, You be good while I'm gone, and I will see you next time. Have a good week.